Hello and welcome everyone to Bare Budget. I'm Kezia. My husband Matt and I have recently switched to a cash budgeting method, zero-based budgeting, cash stuffing method to budget because we are both spenders. We've been on this for maybe 2 or 3 months and it's working so far. Like I can tell, like the budgeting is working really, really well. And I'm really excited to, this is a really fun method to budget. Thank you to all my new subscribers who have joined. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would help me out a lot. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Today, I'm just switching a few things in my binders around because I need some more room. This binder I have, these are like my little makeshift things when I want to start a bigger savings challenge. I'm not yet to the bigger savings challenges yet because it's not in our budget to do a whole lot of savings challenges to begin with. Like we're down maybe like, I don't know, maybe $10 or $20 every week, but I take that money and from the unspent money that we have every week. Anyway, so I'm just switching things around in my binders. This, I also made, I guess I should tell you this first. So I've been experimenting with some placeholders because I haven't been able to find, so I designed these on Canva and I laminated them last night. And I've been wanting to, make some placeholders that are just a little bit more artsy. These are printed on vellum and then laminated with 3mm laminating sheets. They're still pretty thin and playable, but yeah, I've been trying to make my own because I haven't been able to find, they don't exist, more artsy ones. Like I don't really want the ones that look just like bills, just like regular money. I want something that's a little bit more, these are the gold vellum that I tried. Yeah, something a little bit more artistic and cute and fun. This one I didn't realize, like, oh, I made it double-sided. So I made I like both sides, but vellum is kind of see-through. So I didn't. I'm like, well, I'll laminate it anyway. Like I'll still use them. I won't let them go to waste, but yeah, I went ahead and designed all the way from 1s to 20,000s. Right now I don't have a use for anything larger than 100, but I did 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, and then 50s. So that was that design. And then I did 50s, 100s, 500s, 1,000. And then I also did 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, and 20,000. I just didn't print those because I don't need those quite yet. But I'll be adding these also in this video to a couple of my envelopes. I also made this little Art Nouveau style that I don't like as much as the other style, but I think it's kind of interesting. You know, Art Nouveau, very, very French, turn of the century, whimsical, art inspired. I also made a few more placeholders that I'll be adding to one of my envelopes. I found out that it's helpful to, when I get cash out of the ATM, because we don't have a physical bank here, that we've just moved here recently to this new town. We don't have a physical bank here, so I've just been getting our cash stuffings out of ATMs. It's helpful to put the cash stuffing in its own envelope. And like this month, there's 5 cash stuffings. So I budget every paycheck for 2 weeks worth of cash stuffings. I just cut it in half. So I can get a lump of let's say $600 that will be our spending money for 2 weeks. And I cash stuff half of that. And then the other half, it's helpful to put into an envelope so that I can put that in a separate place for next week. So I made a few more placeholders for that because I only had cash stuffing placeholders up to number 3. Since there's 4 weeks in most months, this month there's 5 technically. So I made up to 2 more placeholders there. And then I also made some more envelopes for my wallet. I decided that it's helpful. This is my wallet, and these envelopes I made to fit exactly into my wallet. And so these are the like gas and groceries and miscellaneous and coffee. These are the spending categories that we use every week. But I went ahead and started making more for other things in my category, like in my binders, that like this past weekend it didn't turn out. We were supposed to go fishing, but it ended up being too windy. But I had money in my mini holiday fund in one of my binders, but I didn't want to confuse it with and put it in one of these other envelopes, because then I would just get confused, and like I worry that I'll forget like where it's supposed to go if we don't, like, we didn't end up spending that money. It was like $40 that I took out of mini holiday to take with us just in case. I did remember to put it back. I put it in miscellaneous for the time being, and I just remembered, but I went ahead and made last night some more envelopes for when I need to take cash to the bank, or I mean, well, it's not taking back to the bank. I make deposits to through Walgreens cashier. So, or like when I eventually get around to getting a haircut, like I'll transfer that money from the binder into the envelope and then put it in my wallet so that it's not confused. And then whatever change I get, I'll put it back in here so that I can put the change back into my wallet. That's like the easiest solution, or the best solution that I thought of. So I just made a few more of those for my wallet. And then I also was experimenting with dashboards, so to kind of match the money that I made, the little placeholder money. I thought that was a cute idea, although I ended up printing this. I just printed this on a scrap little piece of vellum that I had. I printed it too close to the edge of the paper. Like this went completely, I put the design to the edge of the paper, and that ended up not printing correctly. But I'll go ahead and use it for the time being until I'm ready to replace them. I thought that the Mucha, they had two of these little ladies on Canva that I thought were really pretty. So I'll put that in my savings challenge binder. But right now I wanted to start with transferring. I have this bigger notebook, this bigger A5 that I was going to use for a savings challenge, but I'm not ready to put money into that savings challenge yet, to a bigger savings challenge. So this is my current binder that's very, very thin, that I've been putting like all these placeholders and things that I've been experimenting making. Like in this little thing, I was printing some Australian money as like placeholders, but then I didn't like all of the gray, and then I made some of these really minimalistic ones, but I wanted images on them. I've been experimenting with making savings challenges, and then these are the first things that I tried printing, these placeholders onto different colored vellum and then laminating them. So this is where I'm keeping them for now. But what I need a bigger binder for is my budgeting sheets. So I've realized that as I'm going, I'm realizing what works as far as the budget sheets, and that it really is helpful to keep these. Like for the first several weeks, once I was done with that week's budget, I was just throwing away the budget sheet. But I realized this week that no, it's really helpful if I hold on to that so that I know what has been paid. I've been splitting up payments, like between paychecks. I've been looking ahead. So that's like, there we go. That's what, maybe I can keep all of my placeholders and stuff that I make in here, but I really liked the zipper, but that's okay. What's there? Oh, stickers. Okay. Yeah, I found it's really helpful because I'm having to split up, like, for example, rent payment. I have to split that up over like 3 paychecks, which means I have to look ahead a month and a half in order to budget to make sure that when I need the rent payment, that the money is there. And our budget is just so tight right now. That's what I have to do. So I need to keep these budgeting sheets so that I know, okay, what did I budget for 2 paychecks ago? Like, is the money in my bank, like how much the next thing that I need to do is have like some type of a tracker of what the money that is kept into the bank account, how much goes to which category. So like right now, this was May 3rd, which is the first paycheck we got this month. I set aside $445 to put towards either a month ahead in rent, hopefully a month ahead. I might have to put some of that towards next month's rent. But I kept that in the bank. Same thing with this $200 towards attorney fees. I kept that in the bank. But some of the other money that I've saved towards this category is in cash in a binder. So that's why I wanted to print some of these placeholders so that I can keep track in the binder. Like I have multiple places to double check and to confirm, okay, this is how much money should be in the bank account. Oh my goodness. Numbers confuse me. They've always confused me. That's why I have never really been great with a budget. Like, it gets so confusing so fast to me. If you guys have any tips or tricks, plus when I budget, it gets so messy. Like, this is not even my first try. This was like the 3rd try, and I still have scribbles all over it, and it can sometimes be a little confusing. But yeah, I need a bigger binder so that I can have more growing room. I also made these in Canva too, and I want to edit a little bit so that I have, like, it's really helpful for me every paycheck to have a breakdown of this is how much it is. So instead of, this used to say paycheck date, instead I'm going to make it say paycheck amount and then the day we got paid and then what I paid for it in bills. So this is just breaking down the bills, and that totaled $1,300, but I had left 19 minus 1,300. Then I go to the next page, and that leftover money is how much I have for spending money, gas, groceries, miscellaneous, whatever, for 2 weeks. So yes. So like this was my first cash stuffing. So it was whatever this, it's usually around, like, our paychecks are around the same, $1,900 every 2 weeks. So usually minus bills and stuff, it's usually around $300 for a week of spending, unless I have money left over from my wallet the week before. I usually add into next week's cash stuffing. So like this week, I had the first week of May, $87 rolled over from the money that we didn't spend the previous week, and I'll add to this, so it's $387. Well, and so this next one that I'm going to be filming, I've mapped it out, that I'll make a separate video on, but I had $85 that we didn't spend that week, so I added that to the $300. And then, the next week. So it's helpful to hang on. It's been helpful to hang on to those, because I found out this weekend that we had an unexpected bill that's $200, which is a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. And so there's nowhere else to get the money except for what I've been putting aside for 1 month ahead in rent. Unfortunately, that's where it's going to find the money, because we don't have the money anywhere else. But yeah, these are the other templates that I have. I got some cash withdrawals, although I don't really need these sheets right now because I don't have a physical bank yet, bank location. I just work from ATM, so it's mostly just 20s or any smaller bills that I have whenever I get change, when I purchase something. So I don't need the cash withdrawal sheets quite yet, but I do definitely use the bills sheet to break down every paycheck, although I want to alter the categories, alter how it looks. These income sheets I don't really use, but I'm going to change it to in the bank trackers instead. And then I went ahead and broke down my weekly wallet categories. So I've got, or weekly wallet and then like sinking funds categories. So these are all the categories that I always keep in my wallet, but I'm going to edit a few of these things, edit like some columns and stuff. I have our short-term categories that I think I have in my smaller black binder, but I need to edit these because I've renamed some of my categories. This was like the short-term high priority, and then these are low priority that I haven't been stuffing as much, or some of these don't have any, like the categories don't have anything in them yet because our budget's so tight that I can't fund everything every paycheck or even like once a month. So slowly but surely we'll get things going. And then I've got some savings categories that I wanted to print because I moved some things to a different page. I have a whole page of like a whole binder of gifts that I reorganized, and then some debts and account balances that we need to pay off and stuff. And then this is for my business. I work from home and I write romance novels, steamy romance novels, under the pen name Chloe Sharpe. I actually just, so that's good. There's lots of growing room for that. I just did a soft launch. Oh, let me add these. These are preliminary budgeting sheets for this week. I did a soft launch of my next book. It's book number 2. I'll link it below if you'd like to take a look. They are steamy contemporary romance. They're available on Amazon. It's 99 cents. The book is 99 cents if you'd like to buy it, or if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's free on Kindle Unlimited. So I'll link that below if you'd like to check out my book. But I did a soft launch this weekend, and then I'll do like an official launch where I push it to more people June 1st, that weekend. So on to, I'm just going to be putting in these. So these are my cash stuffing placeholders. So I've got number 1, 2nd week, 3rd week of the month, and then I'm going to put in week 4, which I should probably go get cash to put in here, and week 5. I should probably do that later on today because I'm going to go grocery shopping later on today too. Okay, there. So I've got all the weeks of the, oh, and these I forgot. When I laminated these, it's printed on the same or similar vellum paper, but I forgot that I had put a white piece of paper behind it so that the words showed up, but it ended up getting messed up, printed, ink smeared on it anyway, but I'm just going to use it until I'm ready to replace it. I've also got some money to take back to the bank for some online purchases that I did. Let's see. Savings challenges. I think that's it for that binder. These are my saving challenge binder and other savings categories. So I'm going to put this in here. That's pretty cute. Okay. I was also worried about if I made it the correct size. I think that's a pretty good size. The next thing I was going to do is get a better little corner punch. I have this small one that works great on paper. It just rounds the corners, but it does not work on lamination. So I was looking at some more, if you guys have any suggestions because I don't like the pointy edges. I like a rounded edge. I think I found one on Amazon that's a more high quality one that will punch through vellum and make it crisp. Let's see. So I had a category I needed to put some placeholders in. So rent, I have the 4, oops, I could leave this in here. I needed to add $445 of placeholders because it's $445 is sitting in the bank, but I'm gonna take $200 off of that because this is the category that I have to take out of to pay that unexpected $200 bill. So really it's $245. So minus $200 for that bill. So it's $245. So maybe I can use this $500. Okay, let me figure this out because I didn't print too many of these. So if I take 700, $795 minus 500. Wait. Hang on. 245. 795 minus 200. Okay, 595. So I should have 5. 50, 70, 90. And I think I have a $5 bill in here. There we go. Maybe, okay. So this will work. So 500, 500, 550, 570, 590, 595. And then I'll put all of this in the bank. 152, 220, 40, 60. 260 in the bank. Okay. See, this is what confuses me. I hope I'm doing this right. So I'm gonna write on here that I'm taking out, what day is today? I'm taking out 200 to pay a bill, so 595. And what I have left in cash is 50, 70, 90. Yes. I think today's the 20th, okay. And then also on the 20th, I'm doing, well, no, here, I'll just keep it like that because I have 595 and then I'm just gonna put this, okay. Cool. And then I might have had one more thing that needed, no, these are just savings challenges. Okay, I think that's it for this one. And then, actually I think that's, oh yeah, duh, okay. So I'm adding back to the bank folder or envelope, I'm adding 150, 2, 20, 40, 60, 260. I'm adding to my back to the bank, 260. So in back to the bank, I've got 152, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 305, excuse me, 306, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 315 back to the bank. Okay. And then, awesome. So that's these are just getting put into my, I'll put them in here actually. I think this is where will be my new permanent place to keep all my little placeholder thingies that I laminate. And when I need them, I'll take them out. Like a better way to organize them, but let's see, do they fit in here? It's also kind of helping the vellum to like flatten out too. There we go. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not